Welcome to The Youth Will Always Win. This podcast is here to inspire, challenge, and equip the next generation. Whether you're headed to school, cleaning your room, or navigating the busy moments in between, we'll explore what it means to stand strong in your faith and follow God in today's world. Each episode will dive into real stories, practical advice, and uplifting conversations, reminding you that you're never alone on this journey. So plug in, get ready to be motivated, and always remember, no matter the challenges you face, the youth will always win.
Welcome back to the Youth Will Always Win podcast, where we talk about faith, life, and how to win in the areas that matter the most. I'm your host, Pastor Connor, and we have a special guest with us today. She is the winner of Big Brother Season 26, currently competing on The Amazing Race, and she is a Christian who stayed grounded in her faith while navigating, some of the most intense, high reality TV competitions out there. No question about it. So Teeds, we are talking about winning in the spotlight today. And today is someone who has been in the spotlight literally at times 24/7, faced huge decisions, faced choices that tested her values, and yet she has stood on faith, stood on business, and stayed true to herself and her faith. And so today we are here with Chelsie Baham. Chelsie, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Pastor Connor. It's such an honor. I can't wait to talk and share all the things.
Oh, all the things. It's going to be so good. I'm looking forward to it. So set the stage for us before we get in. So in case someone doesn't know, what is Big Brother? What's the concept? What's the show all about?
Yes. So I decided to be crazy and go on this show called Big Brother. And before Big Brother, I was working in full-time ministry. So I too was a youth pastor right before. And I decided, one of my friends was on Survivor. She's like, I think you should go on Survivor. I said, I'm not sleeping on bamboo. I'm not doing that.
I'm just not doing it.
I'm not. It's not for me. I said, but I would go on Big Brother. And the concept of Big Brother is they put 16 strangers in a house. You cannot leave the house. And every single week, you play these competitions and you compete for power. And at the end of the game, there's two people left, and the jury, the cast, gets to vote for who they want to win. So it's just a summer of competing, playing crazy games, and at the end, you win a cash prize. But the crazy part about it all is we are mic'd 24/7, and there's over 100 cameras in the house. So no matter where, over 100 cameras, over 95 mics in the house. So no matter what we did, where we were at, people can tune on, go to Paramount Plus, and see what we were doing. People would watch us sleep, which is kind of weird, but people can watch us do any and everything. So that's the concept of Big Brother. You're always being watched 24/7. And I was in the house for 90 days. I endured that and then came out on top with the win.
Okay, yeah, you did. You really won the show.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a winner every season, but you got the extra one pretty much.
Did.
And y'all had one bathroom, right?
There was two bathrooms. One bathroom was for the head of household, whoever won, and the other bathroom was for everybody else. So imagine sharing a bathroom with 15 other strangers.
You probably were excited when people were getting voted out because you're like, this bathroom, the house was probably getting significantly cleaner.
Yes, it got cleaner, but more boring because all you have are people. So when the house dwindles down, you can only talk about so much. And I didn't mention, you have no technology, you have no contact with the outside world. So we didn't have cell phones. We had no writing utensil. We couldn't write, draw.
You couldn't write?
No, we couldn't.
I would love to know the reason behind that. You can't even draw. That's crazy to me.
Well, the reason behind that is for competitions that required memory. They didn't want you writing anything down. So yeah, you go 90 days with no form of entertainment, and all you have to do is talk. So you can only talk so much. And then you're bored. So
you're the second day in, and you're like, I have told you my life story. I'm
you know my whole life.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing
else to tell you.
There's nothing else, and I don't want to. So
yes.
And then you are on. Well, it's already filmed, but you're on The Amazing Race that's being aired right now and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't talk about what place you got and all of that kind of stuff. But that is pretty incredible. I've watched the first two episodes. I didn't watch the one from 2 days ago yet. But where did you all get to go, or at least from what is aired, what you can say, like where are some of
Yeah.
the places, like how has that been? I mean, going literally just across the world doing other competitions and stuff. Like how's that compared for you?
I was literally like, why did I do this? Because I got the phone call for Amazing Race 4 days after I got out the Big Brother house.
Are you
And
serious?
yes, 4 days after. And I'm trying to acclimate to the world. And then I go straight into another casting process with my dad. So it was a whirlwind, but it's a European adventure. So we traveled all around Europe. We started in Amsterdam. And I'm talking about like as soon as we landed in Amsterdam, they said, mic up, the race starts now. So it is like what you see truly is what it is. There's no, it's like they throw you in Europe and they say go. So we started in Amsterdam. We went to the Czech Republic, and I also didn't watch the episode from 2 days ago, so I have no idea where we were, but we were
Yeah.
somewhere in Europe. All season
Somewhere.
we're in Europe. Yeah.
Oh. So you probably like found yourself like when you were done for the day, like at the hotel or wherever you guys staying, were you kind of like naturally like, oh man, I'm still mic'd up? Like were you kind of like having that in your head a little bit? You're like, I gotta watch what I'm saying, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a little paranoia, and the season that I'm on for The Amazing Race, it's special because it's all Big Brother cast and a loved one. So we all have that level of paranoia
Oh
when,
yeah.
after, because Amazing Race, the beautiful thing is you race, you film, then you take off your mic pack and everything, and you get to just be in the hotel.
And
But there are moments where I would be like checking my mic pack or just, watching my words, and I'm like, it's just me and my dad. What are we
it's
doing here?
okay.
This is not Big Brother.
I could just
Yeah.
I can relax.
Yeah, I can relax. Yes.
And so here, I mean, I didn't realize you got that call that quick. That's wild.
Yes.
But here you are before Big Brother. You kind of hinted at it a little bit, but you were in full-time ministry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you were a youth pastor?
Yes, so I was in full-time ministry for 10 years. I started at 17 years old.
Oh wow.
I played collegiate basketball, and I felt like one day I was at the top of my game, leading my class, leading my team, and I felt like God said, "You're not supposed to be here." And I'm
Mm.
like, whatever. Then I heard it again. So I dropped the basketball. I told my co-captain to lead practice, and I ran and I quit. uh, when I quit basketball, mind you, I was on almost a full ride scholarship. So there was, I was
Wow.
worried about college is
Yeah, yeah.
expensive. So I quit and I went into full time ministry. I helped plant a church in Orange County. And it really started with me going to the pastor saying, hey, I just want to help, whatever you need. And they said, well, we need help with marketing and social media and all of that. So I went to the school of YouTube and the school of Google, and I
Yeah.
figured out I was just in a place where whatever the church needs, I'll learn and I'll figure it out. So
Mm.
I started as a creative director. Uh, then it transitioned in the later years into me ministering to youth across the globe.
Okay.
And my pastors came to me. They were like, yeah, I'm the type that's at church where everybody's kids are running up to me, all the youth are running up to me. Like all the kids in my church, they'll come up. You know how at church they'll give the kids candy or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
always tell my kids, do not come up to me and hug me, and you don't have a piece of candy in your hand for me. So I just love the kids.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I love the
Wow.
youth. My pastors were just like, you're already doing the work of a youth pastor.
Mm.
Why not transition? So I did my last couple years. I worked with foster care students at the local schools,
Oh
and then I
wow.
worked with junior high up until our college students the last couple years of ministry, and I loved every bit of it.
Oh, that is so incredible. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, what was that? I just can't imagine what that was like to go from full-time ministry to one of the biggest reality shows. Like, I can't even wrap my mind. And you definitely probably couldn't when you started. You had no idea how you were going to feel at the end of it, how long you were going to last, what it was going to be. You could have got
Yeah.
eliminated the first week, but you didn't. You lasted all 3 months. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, what was that like making that transition going from full time to this reality show?
Man, it like you said, I wasn't expecting, like literally my pastors were like, okay, so what happens if you get eliminated in 2 weeks? I'm like, you have no faith in me.
Yeah.
But I literally thought, I could be here for a week, 2 weeks, or 3 months. I had never my heart of going on Big Brother, I was a fan of the show and I just wanted to compete in silly games all summer. It wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily like I was trying to go in there and with the expectation of me winning, because the odds are low of
Yeah.
going on a show
Yeah.
like that and winning it of all things.
Mhm.
So, but going from full-time ministry where, you know, there's not really a spotlight on you, to then going into the Big Brother house, you still don't feel like there's a spotlight on you because you're stuck in a house. Like
Yeah.
you don't see how the outside world is perceiving you. So you still feel like your normal self,
Hmm.
just stuck in this house. It wasn't until I got out of the house where I was like, this is not what I expect. This is very different. The
Yeah.
transition has been so beautiful in a lot of ways because the Lord taught me like he can do exceedingly abundantly more than I can ask, think, or imagine. It is like the fruit of that. Like if you're dealing with God, dream as big as you can because he's the God that's gonna exceed those expectations. So it just proved his character. I'm like, this is something God would do in my life. But also it came with a lot of challenges. If I'm honest, living my faith out loud just in my community, it comes with a little scrutiny.
Hmm.
But living my faith out loud in the public eye nationally came with a lot of scrutiny that I was not expecting. So a lot of beauty, but also a lot of
Yeah.
pain.
Well, so I mean, you're mic'd up 24/7. You're saying
Yeah.
all these cameras, and again, like you're on the show the whole time. Obviously, there's quite a spotlight on the winner. I can't imagine just like when you got out, just like, oh my gosh, all these interviews and all these things and so on and so on. But here you are, like in the house. How, I mean, I don't even understand how someone could, but how did you handle the pressure of knowing millions of people are watching and forming opinions about you in real time? I can't imagine that.
It, it's it's an insane thing to imagine, to be honest.
Mm.
Honestly, and I don't say this to be cliche, but you saw it on the show. You saw it with my cast. A lot of us had our Bibles, and it's
Yeah.
like we I read. That's the only reading material we could bring in the house,
Mm.
and was like a faith material, and it kept me grounded. And we were all aware to some extent that no matter what we say or do, people are going to formulate opinions about who
Yeah.
we are, whether it's true or not.
Mhm.
So when I got out the house, when I won, I was in the hotel room with one of our executive producers, and she looked me in the eye. She said, "I'm going to give you your phone back for the first time in 3.5 months." She said, "Stay off of social media because people are mean." But she said, "Oh, don't ever forget who you are and whose you are."
Mm.
Basically reminding me that the world didn't create me, the world didn't give me my gifts, the world, like God did. And so there's going to be a lot of noise in the outside world, but what kept me grounded in knowing that like millions of people are watching, formulating opinions, is that those opinions don't shape who I am.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh, though good or bad, I
Yeah.
had to stay rooted and grounded and
I love
saying
that. Even the good opinions, like that doesn't that will preach all day.
even the
Yeah.
good ones, because
Yeah.
being now in the spotlight, there is this tendency for pride to arise, for you to
Yeah.
start to feel like you're. And so my one of my mentors said, find your North Star. As soon as I got out,
Mm.
find that thing that grounds you. And so the noise, the good noise, the bad, the ugly noise, I had to stay reminded of whose opinion matters the most.
Yeah.
And as long as God's opinion of me, how he would view my life is pure and with good intent, then I'm fine. So it's not to say it's not
Yeah.
hard
Exactly. Yeah.
to know that millions are formulating opinions, but as you get older in life, and this is something I wish I was taught when I was younger, is like, people are going to talk. There's going to be noise,
Mhm.
but we get to
Yeah.
control how much we let that affect us. And I had that awareness in the house. So getting out, it was difficult, but I was grounded in my faith, and that helped me at the end of the day.
Yeah. I even imagine like with the little things, like were you conscious, like even if it's like, oh my gosh, what I'm wearing today or what I'm eating or how I'm eating, how I'm walking, like were you constantly thinking like when you walked by the cameras, like, oh my gosh, there's thousands of people watching me right now, or just over time did you like kind of just like forget about it?
After like 4 days, you forget, to be
Oh,
honest.
oh
And
wow.
I think all of us in the house probably would say we wish we would have remembered more that we're being watched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
we wish we would have showed up better, said things better. But when you're just stuck in that environment, it just imagine
Oh
like if
yeah.
you were to put cameras in your room right now,
Mm.
like you just forget at a certain point.
Yeah,
And
you're
so
just going to.
you're just living life. There's so many other factors that are involved in the Big Brother house that you forget that thousands are watching you. So, which is a good thing that and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
reveals, it allows you to be your full self in an environment like that, but also it highlights some things where it's like, oh, I could have dealt with that better, or That actually was harsh. So yeah, you forget after 4 days, the cameras are the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah, and it's something I did notice, like with your season, there definitely were a lot of people who had their word and reading their Bible. So I'm glad to hear like that helped you keep your faith steady in that environment.
Yeah.
But was there anything else like prayer or people back home, or like what were kind of the things that I guess like kind of helped you keep your sanity in the house and keep your faith like not to compromise it?
Yeah, so like we weren't able to we weren't able to worship or like to sing, I'm sorry, in the house
Okay.
because of copyright issues. So, but when I was in the shower, I would get my singing in because they couldn't tell me no. So I would worship like while I was taking, that was the only moment of privacy you really get in the house is
Yeah.
taking a shower, if that. So I would sing, I would worship to keep my sanity. I would remember because this game, Big Brother is one of the most difficult reality shows. It's probably the most difficult
Yeah.
reality show.
Oh, it has.
There's a guy on my season, he fought in war and he said that Big Brother was harder than that. So
Oh my.
imagine it's a pressure cooker and
Mental game. Yeah.
it is mental. And if you don't have a strong foundation, it has proven to crush people. So for me, what kept my sanity is I prayed often. I read my Bible often, but I also leaned on the people in the house that I trusted. But I also remembered, I'm like, this is temporary.
Yeah.
Which is true in a lot of things. Like we can be going through fires and storms, but to remember this will pass, this is temporary, helped me day by day. So I would always be thinking, I got in the house July 15th and I got out October, I think 15th or 16th.
Okay.
I would just think October. October's coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to see my family. If my students are watching this, I want them to see a person who was strong even when it got hard. So I just kept in the forefront of my mind. There are people that are watching, and I want to inspire them that though things are difficult,
Mm.
that you can get through them with grace. So I kept the people that I loved in mind, and it kept me sane.
Yeah, no, that I'm glad you said that. You said that so well. I like that idea of just keeping in mind like this is temporary. This is going to end and how
Yeah,
that affects us like with so many different things today. And
yeah,
so for like a lot of teenagers, even though it's not millions of people watching like it is with Big Brother, it can feel sometimes maybe for them like they're constantly in the spotlight in the sense of like eyes are on them, like a lot of eyes on them, maybe
yeah,
on their team, in a club, or even just being known as a Christian at school. I mean, we could go on and on.
yeah.
But what would you say to someone who feels that pressure to perform or fit in instead of being who God called them to be?
That's a great question. And I would argue like we have the eyes of people on social media.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's really thousands of eyes
Mhm.
on these students. And so there is going to be a natural tendency to want to fit in or to be liked or to please the world. And one thing that I would say is be honest, it is difficult to take a stance and to stand up and stand out. It
Yeah.
is, but it is rewarding.
Mhm.
And I believe that the Lord has placed me in this position with, a level of success because I was true to
Mm.
my faith and my beliefs, even when it was hard. So,
Yeah.
what I would say is, it will be difficult. There will be moments where you feel isolated or you feel like the black sheep. It will feel like that now, but the Lord will reward that. So, for anybody who claims to be a child of God, he warns us in Matthew, like, the world might not like you because they
Yeah.
first didn't like
Yeah.
me. So just know you're not alone in
Yeah.
this.
Don't like it's a part of it.
It comes with it.
Yeah. We just
And
can't think there's a way around it. It's just there really
yeah,
like
or that relationship with God means smooth sailing.
yeah.
It comes with a level of hardship. So I would say if you are experiencing this pressure, it is good pressure. It is pressure that Jesus himself felt. Uh, it is to be expected. Welcome to the club. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me in this season, if I could be very vulnerable, there is a situation that I went through recently where it's like either I will speak up and please the world, or I will stay true to who I am and that be pleasing to God. So I was put in positions where pressure would cause me to either bend to the world or stand true for God. And what I've realized is people are so fickle. People will praise you one day
Mhm.
and critique you the next.
Oh,
And
100%.
what I would say is if you live for the praise and the opinion of man, you will also suffer by the critique of men. So don't place your worth or your value in the hands of people that are so fickle and will change. But if you place your worth and your value in a God who is unchanging, you'll realize the pressure is not too bad and it was worth it to stand up for your values. So I would say welcome to the club. You're not alone. You're going to be okay.
Welcome
And
to
the Lord will reward you for standing up for your values and standing up for God in the midst of a world that doesn't.
Oh yeah, and I mean the cost is nothing compared to the reward. Like for
Oh
us,
my gosh.
like there's a cost, but like we got to remember we're here temporarily. So, uh,
Yes.
well, I really appreciate everything you've had to say. This has been awesome. Before we close out this episode, something I like to do with our guests is some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So I have some questions. Chelsea doesn't know these, but I got 8 of them here. We're gonna go through them and
Okay.
just answer them off the dome, whatever you think of. So
Let's do it.
some are gonna be easier than others, but here we go.
Okay.
Favorite Disney movie?
Oh, favorite Disney movie? Oh, it has to be. There's a lot. That's not even a fair question.
It's a little, then a couple of them then.
Right now, it's gonna be Moana.
Okay, Moana. All right, all
Right
right.
now, yes.
Yes, right now it might change in an hour. You'll see.
It
So,
might change now, yes.
what's one food you refuse to eat?
Oh God.
I know these are random.
Mushrooms. I
Oh,
don't like
preach,
mushrooms.
preach. That is
It's
a
like the
good word.
consistency, it's spongy, it smells weird. We're not doing that. No,
It's like
thank you.
who's doing it?
Who's doing that?
Like,
Mushrooms can stay in the ground.
yeah,
Yep.
that's where they belong.
Yes.
Oh, terrible. If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my God. Oh, this is hard. What food or what meal?
Either or, whatever you think of.
I would do like a burrito
Okay.
because you can deconstruct a burrito.
Oh,
I just feel like you can't go wrong with some chicken, some rice, some beans, some salsa, sour cream, guacamole. So I can, I
you
think
got a science to it. You're like, I
you
can,
do
I
have,
can plate this up a little bit.
I
So,
can.
I see like on a lot of your posts on social media and stuff, you'll post a lot of like Christian hip hop, like songs behind your pictures. So I want to ask,
Yeah.
who is your favorite Christian hip hop artist right now?
Easily right now is Jackie Hill Perry. She is crushing it. Her latest
100%.
album, Blameless, this is one. I've never listened to a Christian hip hop rapper who I had to have a Bible and an encyclopedia next to me while I'm listening to her music. So theologically sound, great music, Jackie Hill Perry.
It's all around. So
Yep.
I just noticed after or I think it was like 3 days ago, I noticed that you were just on our podcast too. So that
Yes, I was.
so,
Yeah, it was a great time.
what is your favorite worship song right now?
Oh my god. Okay. It's a song from Jordan G. Welch called How Much More. It's actually a Maverick City song, but she took it and did her own rendition. It's one of those songs you put on repeat 24/7. I also have been listening to, it's not a song, but William Augusto. It's just like instrumentals. I
Okay.
can put that on all day. So those two is like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
very sick of
my
me with
wife
that.
thinks I'm weird sometimes because, like, if I'm driving by myself, I either want like silence or an
Silence?
instrumental. Like, I'm like, I don't know what
I
it
agree
is.
with your wife. That's weird.
It is a little weird, but it's like I could just do it. So I will have to look up these instrumentals. So,
Yes.
uh, 3 more. Favorite book of the Bible.
Favorite book, John.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yep.
and then if you got to choose another show to compete in, what would you choose?
Traders. Easily call me traders right now. It's like mafia, but in a
Oh,
castle.
I know.
And
Oh,
I'm waiting for that call,
we
friend.
got a group of friends of ours, actually one of our youth staff. Shout out to Heather and Amber and some of these others. We just did a few months ago like a traders like dinner type thing. So we like all
No
dressed up.
way.
Yes, it was crazy. And so we have another one, I think in December. But we like set up and they had like the challenges and like the whole round table.
Shut
and all
up.
that. It was so
That's
fun.
iconic.
Yes, like Werewolf and Mafia. Oh, I could play those all day. They're so
All
fun.
day. I played Mafia in the Big Brother house. That's why, like, I had all the house guests play Mafia. So
Okay.
I'm hoping for in the next year or two that I get the call
Like,
from
come on.
Peacock to go on Traders.
Like,
Yeah.
please. Okay. Well, if you
Yes.
are, we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
And then last question. If you could bring, I'll preface it with this, like certain seasons of Big Brothers, it'll be kind of like a partner playing, like together or
Mhm.
whatever. If you could bring one Bible character besides Jesus onto Big Brother to partner with you for the season, who would you bring? Who is taking home the $750,000 with you? Who is it?
And I'm stuck between two people right now.
Oh,
Because I'm thinking like who is smart. Not saying anybody in the Bible is dumb, but
yeah.
like who is intelligent, but also who is like physically,
Mm,
competitive. It's between David
hmm.
or I feel like Paul the Apostle. I feel like he would come and cause a lot of drama in the Big Brother house. I feel like
Oh
he
my gosh. Yes.
he might have some enemies in the house.
He
So
would be
actually,
struggling without that pen.
oh, he would
Without
be
being able to write, he would be struggling. The moment he
struggling.
got out there, it led her to the Big
No,
Brother house.
for real. So I have to say King David, to be honest. That would be my final answer. I can go like, yeah, it's so interesting being able to see these or like a Peter would be iconic,
He
pure
won't deny
entertainment.
you. He's gonna vote you out week one.
He
He's done.
may.
Yeah, he may. He's done. He's like, I'm out. Even hey, maybe like a Judas might help. He's
Judas
gonna try it.
might be really good at this game,
He
to be
might.
honest with
This might
you.
be made for him. So.
Oh, yeah, but such a fun question. I never thought about that. Yeah.
It's so random. I don't know why I thought of it, but I
I
was
love
like,
that. So no, it's iconic
it's
question.
fun.
I love
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well, Chelsea, we really appreciate you being on our episode today of The Youth Will Always Win. Huge shout out to you and sharing what it really looks like to live out your faith, even when literally millions of people are on you. And so, students, we want to encourage you, no matter who's watching or what pressure you feel, the goal is not to impress people. It is to honor God with how you live. And so we want to encourage you, keep shining where you are, standing firm, and we will see you on the next episode of The Youth Will Always Win. Again, thank you, Chelsea. It's been
Of
so
course.
much fun. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.